Huzzah! What's going on, everyone? It is Elemental Storm here, and we're up for another top 5 reasons. This time we're looking at Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, and soon-to-be Stormblood. This is an MMO of the Final Fantasy universe. It is an amazing game, and I want to get into the top 5 reasons why I personally think it's amazing. I think you should check it out. Now, this is a paid MMO. You do put in a monthly charge for it and everything like that, but the content outweighs it whatsoever. You get content every 3 months, and not to mention they do expansions. It seems almost every 2 years or so, and they're really meaty expansions with tons of stuff. So let's get into it and talk about why I love Final Fantasy XIV and why it's a big thing also on my stream on Beam. So let's go through it. We're going to start with number 1, the community. This game is definitely built for a community. As us as Storm Knights, we love this game. We're having a lot of fun. We're doing things like the hunts and the fates, as you can see right here, and stuff like that. There's just tons of things to do. Dungeons, raids, primal fights. We're going to get into some of those anyway and stuff like that. But there's tons of things to do, not to mention just having like the free company house, which is basically a guild. We have a full-on mansion. We can get together, hang out, have like fun role-playing parties, things like that and stuff. There's always something to do. And on top of that, as of recently, they just put in the one of the newest patches. They just put in that you can actually group up with other people that are in your data center area, so you can have even more people join up for groups and raids and everything like that and such, which is awesome. So that is definitely number 1, the community. Let's go into number 2, the music. The music is awesome. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, you know that good music always comes out of Final Fantasy. All the Final Fantasies I've ever played have had some amazing soundtracks. And 14 holds no bards when it comes down to it, like bards. Yay! Final Fantasy 14 definitely holds nothing back when it comes to the music. There's just some amazing stuff, to say the least. The reason I have the sound on so you can kind of hear it yourself. So take it in for a second. Very Tim Burton-ish, I've noticed with this one. But regardless, beyond that, the music is just, it is without a doubt awesome, to say the least. So that is number 2. Let's get into number 3. And number 3 is the classes. Now, the classes are really, really good. The one thing I love about the class, first off, there's plenty of classes. You have your tanks, you have your DPS, you have your healers. And there are multiple types of them. You have I think 3 types of tanks at this point now. There's 3 or 4 DPS. There's 3 or 4 healers. Now, one of the greatest things I love about Final Fantasy XIV, one of the best things, is being able to switch on the fly. So, for example, I come from a background of playing World of Warcraft, right? So I spent 8 years in World of Warcraft. Plenty of alts. If I wanted to play a rogue, if I wanted to play a druid, I wanted to play a paladin. And because of that, I always had to make a new character, design them up, everything like that. New race, everything, the whole 9 yards. What I love about Final Fantasy XIV, I can continue to play my same character, continue to do things on my same character, whether it be the hunts, whether it be the primals, whether it be storyline, anything like that. But I can change the classes out. Now, that doesn't mean I, get right off the bat, I go right from, say, Paladin to Bard, and I'm level 50, whatever. No, you still have to level up that class, but it's still on the same character. So all the progression that you've done on this character already, you're not losing anything. All the, any of the achievements you might have done, any of the boss fights, any of the storyline, you don't lose any of that stuff, which is amazing. You just change a weapon and then bam, you're that next character. So in me personally, I love tanking. I've always loved tanking. 8 years I did it on World of Warcraft. But I do like the change up of being like, okay, you know what, tonight I'm just not in the mood to tank. I want to do some DPS tonight. And that's what I do. I play my Bard, or I play my Paladin, or I play my Dark Knight, or I play my Machinist. And I can do that just on the fly by changing the weapon, and boom, I'm that character. That, to me, is amazing in an MMO because it alleviates the whole alt situation, and it allows you to basically, what do I feel like doing tonight? Oh, I feel like doing this. And you can do it without having to go back and play another character and go through the whole storyline again and everything like that. It's just really cool. So that is number 3 in classes. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 is story. This story is top notch. I've played a lot of MMO games, all right? I have spent a lot of time in the MMO world. From games like Asheron's Call, The Dark Ages of Camelot, The City of Heroes, you name it, more than likely I have probably played it. And I have to say, World of Warcraft had an amazing story. Like I said, it's been 8 years in World of Warcraft. An amazing storyline, especially with Wrath of the Lich King. One of my favorite pieces of the storyline. This, by far, Final Fantasy XIV, is the best, and I do mean, and I'm saying this right from the deepest of my heart right now, the best MMO storyline I have ever encountered. Now, this game is heavy on the storyline, too, because a Final Fantasy game is heavy on the storyline. All Final Fantasy games that you ever have played, you know, whether it be 7, whether it be 10, whether it be 6, whether it even be 1, they have all been big on the storyline. It's always been pretty much a, like a thing for Final Fantasy, for Square, and for all the creators of Final Fantasy and stuff. It's always been a big thing that the storyline always is a big thing. And Final Fantasy XIV it takes no time to get right into it, and you're the hero, and it really makes it that you are the hero. You feel that in this MMO. You feel that you're the hero, and you feel the reasons why you're redoing primal fights. You feel the reason why in the storyline you're redoing dungeons, things like that and stuff. They really don't just half bake anything or whatnot. It just it throws you in, and it throws you in hardcore. And it's a sad story too. There's some parts where literally I was like, oh no. Yeah, it really does get you on that situation and stuff. And it's just the storyline. Definitely, bar none, is awesome. All right, so let's get into number 5. What is the number 5 reason, in which is always I always go backwards, so my number 5 is my best reason why I play most of the time. So here's my so I guess you would say number 1 reason, but this is the number 5. Primal battles. I love these things, man. These are awesome. So primal battles are... if you remember like Final Fantasy VII, or and then going forward, the Final Fantasy games were always known for the summoning a Frit, summoning Titan, summoning all the things like that. Even in Final Fantasy 15 now, we even get a chance to do summoning and stuff. Though it's random, I believe it's like a miscellaneous situation, but. Regardless, Final Fantasy's always been known for the summoning, especially 10. I think 10 really wrapped it up, and 7 and 10 I think had the best summons personally. Luna's summons were just freaking amazing. Senmata! But good old Yojimbo. But anyway, it's really awesome because the summons go into the storyline, or they go into the side questing and things like that, and then what ends up happening, so these are really, really well done. They're not a dungeon per se, so you get either 4 or 8 men, or 8 man as they, what's call it, 8 men and women, no discrimination, 8 men or women, kind of not a raid, because it's not as long as a raid, and it's not a dungeon because it's not as long as a dungeon. What it basically is, it's just you get right into it, and bam, it's like a boss fight. It's basically just straight boss fight. No trash mobs, no nothing. It's just boom, get right into it, and it's a straight out boss fight. You just get in there and go. And it's awesome because the primals are they're amazing. Like right now you see that we're fighting Odin. Such a great battle. It was a really good time with this fight. They've got Titan, they've got Shiva, they've got Ifrit, King Moggle Mog, the 12th. May his peace ever reign as you throw arrows at him. As you shoot arrows at him or something. I don't know. But regardless, these are by far my favorite thing to do. And not to mention, every time they put new content out, they always put a new primal fight out. And they're a lot of fun. Not to mention, you get good gear from these. You can get what is called poetics. And then I think there's scriptures. And then there's another one. I can't remember the name of it. But these things are basically pieces that you can take and you can get gear from and stuff like that. So there's all these cool things going on and stuff. And then even on special events, sometimes they have primals and whatnot. It's just so good. I love this for just opening up a new primal. I am so excited about every time, because then you could just do a roulette on your duty finder, and then you just go and it builds a party for you, and bam, for the day you go fight a primal. I mean, How cool is that? It's just amazing. All right, well, I'm getting too much into Primals here. So that is Final Fantasy XIV in a nutshell. That's my top 5 reasons to play it. I hope you check it out. Again, this is on the PS4, PC, and there is talks of it coming to the Xbox. So keep your fingers crossed for those on the Xbox and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come check me out over at Beam. You'll have an amazing time. We've just introduced the FTL technology right through Xsplit. I'm using it now too. And big thanks to Xsplit, by the way. I've been using their product for quite a while now, and I'm using it to make my videos and stuff. So big shout out to Xsplit, and definitely come over to Beam, check it out. The FTL technology is literally 0.2 second delay in chat. Like if you say hi, I say hi right back. It's that quick. It's really, really nice. It's just amazing. And check me out on Twitter. This is where you can find all my updates from when I'm streaming to what's going on in the YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm a little hyper. I had my coffee today. So anyway, you guys all take care. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for those who have been coming over to Beam. Thank you for those who have just been supporting in general and hanging out and giving the comments on the videos and stuff. If you play Final Fantasy XIV, I want to know your top 5 reasons. I want to know why you love it. So let me know in the comments section and we'll discuss it more. And beyond that, like I said, come by. We play pretty much Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nights of Final Fantasy XIV. Come over, check it out for yourself. I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great day. And as always, huzzah!